Hello viewers, hope so all of you are doing well. Today I am here with another poem that is Advice to Women, and it's written by Eunice de Souza. In my last class I had already said about Eunice de Souza, so in this class I would just like to give an outlook of the poetry only. So, Advice to Women is particularly written in the form of advice to a woman who is on the brink of a relationship. This poem also begins in the manner of advice from an experienced heart apt in coping up with breakups. And the structure and the form of this poem is written in free verse, as there is not any specific rhyme scheme or meter. The overall poem consists of 12 lines. De Souza also talks directly with the readers from the perspective of a third-person speaker. Beside, there is amalgamation of short and long lines. Now, let's go to the poem here. So, initially, she is saying that keep cats if you want to learn to cope with the otherness of lovers. So, here, de Souza tells the women particularly to keep cats if they badly need to learn the art of coping up with breakups. She compares the heartless attitude of the lovers to the idea of otherness. Otherness is a quality of being different. So, the phase otherness of lovers refers to the change of the mind when man looks for something else in exchange. Here in the next line she is saying otherness is not always neglect. Cats run to their litter trays when they need to. So again she is here saying about the otherness of lovers. The speaker advises the woman that otherness is not always a kind of neglect. It doesn't represent a sense of neglect, because otherness might come from the lover because of different other reasons. And also here the speaker metaphorically reveals the sense of need. She uses the metaphor of a cat and says that they always return to their litter tray. So when they feel hungry. Cats are often portrayed as a symbol of selfishness and mischief, and so here the poet is also saying in the same purpose that she portrays the physicality of the lover by using the verb need, and so women have to see the activities of the cat, as the cat is here metaphorical representation of their love. In the next lines, she says, don't cast out of the window at their enemies that stare a perpetual surprise in those great green eyes will teach you to die alone. So, the following lines of advice to women, de Souza becomes stricter in her tone. She advises the woman not to cast out, that means not to curse to their lovers, as this might hamper her dignity. And also, it's a kind of saying that maybe the lovers have already moved on with a new partner, so it might be a kind of mere foolishness to be involved in their private affair. And so in this return the poet strictly advises the woman not to curse to their lover. Then there is a use of metaphor as a form of stare or perpetual surprise in order to portray what had happened with women when they become too engrossed in the affairs of their partners. They get a kind of surprise look from their heartless beloved or lovers if they do so. So the perpetual surprise stands for their emotional detachment and their internal coldness for their former partners. Furthermore, the poet uses the visual imagery of great green eyes. The color green stands for the start of a new life. So it also portrays the idea of passivity. This symbol is used to signify how men move on with their new partners. Their eyes are amazed with their new kind of relationship. So this will pass a kind of teaching to the women too, that it's better to stay alone than finding another partner. So such an incident makes a woman stronger from the inside, and she becomes fearless of death. Most importantly, she doesn't feel insecure about being lonely or single anymore. So, in the end, the poet also advises the woman to keep cats in order to deal with the emotional trauma at the brink of a relationship. She tells them to always be ready to cope with the passivity and coldness of man, and thus it is better to stay alone than being in a relationship with man. So here we have come to the end of this class, and hope so you like my class, and for more videos you have to stay tuned. Till then,